Good day everybody, it's Corey again here with another PHP Runner tutorial. Today I'll be focusing on the page designer within the software. Now the page designer is available in version 10 and later on, and I'm going to show you how I changed the standard page layout into a 2 or a 3 column design. In version 10 this is so much easier compared to older versions where you needed to select the page layout on the style editor page. The page designer allows you to make changes to your page without resetting the page. In other words, previous changes that you've made to that page will not be lost. So just before we start, thank you very much for Xline Soft for this amazing piece of software. Please go and visit the website and obtain your copy if you haven't done so already. Okay, so I'm going to show you my screen. This is a normal project, nothing much to it, with just a customer table that I will be working on right now. Here at the bottom, I'm just going to jump straight to the designer page. On the top list here, you will see all the different pages that's available for this specific table. We're gonna, there's the add and the list and the edit. I'm gonna go to the edit page. As you can see, this is the standard as it starts up, and I'm gonna change this now into a 2 or a 3 column design. Now to do that, on the right hand side here, on the edit properties page, there's the form layout. I'm going to change the form there. There's also a button on the corner of the window over here, right here. You can either or. Both of them is going to do the same. So I click on change form and it asks me how many columns do you want. So I'm going to put there 3 and OK. As you can see, automatically all fields is now evenly spread out in those 3 columns. And there's a lot of controls and drop downs and things here, but for now I'm just going to add a tab control by clicking on add tab. Okay, so you can see now we have a tab control at the bottom over here, and I'm just going to add some columns into both of these tabs by just clicking and dragging on them. Now I'm just choosing random fields. The second one, I'm going to add 3 columns. Now obviously you're going to do this according to your needs, but I'm just doing it now for demonstration purposes. So I'm going to select the first tab by just clicking on its label. So a second method to have 2 columns in here would be I can select now this cell over here, and on the right hand side of my screen I have a split section over here. I can do a horizontal divide or I can do a vertical divide. Now if I do a vertical divide, that's going to be equivalent to a 2 column layout. So just by doing that, you will see that this column now split it in 2. It's better to do this while you have already some fields in this cell. So I'm just going to drag one of my fields to the second column over there. And then for my second tab, I want to split this into 3. I'm again going to first select the cell, and I'm going to go to my split vertical divide button, and I'm simply going to click on that twice. Now I have 3 columns over here, and I can go and drag some columns here. So let's assume I want to rename my tabs to something more applicable. I will have to select the actual tab object by just clicking on the frame. Now on the right hand side of the page, I have the option to go and rename them. And if I perhaps want to swap them around, I can just on these up and down arrows click and drag it up, and it will swap places. You can imagine what the new tab is going to do. It's going to add a third tab for us. Now, if you build this project, it will look something like this. There's the list page, and if you now go to the edit page, because this is what we were doing, nice and beautiful. That's my first tab, my second tab, and so on. So if I go to my add new page, you will see that this page doesn't look even close to the edit page. So how quickly can we fix that? I'm going to go back to my designer page, and I say, okay, I want my add page to look exactly the same as my edit page. So instead of going and redoing everything that you did over here in the add page as well, you can just be on the edit page, make sure it's selected, and you can, at the right hand side over there, you can go and say copy layout to, and it already assumes that you want to copy the layout to your add page. And you can do that and say okay, and we're going to do it again for the view page. If you now go and click on add, you will see it looks exactly the same as edit, as view. If you build this project now, and you're going to go, this is the list page again, we're going to go add new, it has the same layout as my edit or my view page. So just to demonstrate what I meant when I said you can make changes at any time without resetting the page. Previous changes you made to your page will not be lost. This is what the page looks like currently now. It's the edit page. So you're going to go back to your page designer, make sure that you are actually on the edit page, and I'm going to change this form into a 2-column, and I am going to say the labels should be inline at this time. It's changing it for me, and I'm going to select the company field. Please note, you have to select the field you want to work with, and you select it simply by clicking on it. So if you select any of these fields, you will notice the right hand side of my screen is changing accordingly. Let's say, for instance, I want to change company to company name. So I've changed the label now to company name. I've made it a 2-column. I'm going to publish this quickly. And then back to my edit page, I'm going to go and edit any record for now. You will see I have 2 columns now. The label has been changed, and everything else that I've done here at the bottom is still intact. So the page was not reset. I think what you should remember when you work with the page designer is that you're actually working with objects, and the object that's currently in focus, or the one that you selected, that is the one you're going to change or work with. It's such a massive improvement to the software that it just makes sense to go and get yourself a copy. And so thank you very much. Hopefully this was helping somebody. And please leave some comments. I will try and answer them. If there's maybe more questions, something that I've missed, just let me know and I will see if I can answer. You must have a wonderful day, and thanks for watching.